Boss lady, what's up?
Good evening.
Here we go. Oh, I like that shirt you got on. Hold on, DJ. Hey, DJ. Turn it down. You know what I'm going Yeah. What it is tonight, good people, how everybody doing? Y'all know it's my favorite day of the week. Boss lady, how you doing tonight?
I can't complain. How are you?
I'm all right. You understand me? Know what I'm talking about? Like, okay. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see what this is all about. Somebody want to see what this is all about? Well, I'm going to tell you what this is all about, baby. This is all about putting it on the wall and elevating our thinking. You understand? Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's the boss lady, Miss K. Monae, that you see right there. I am your host that is about to get fired every week. Big reason to put a K at the end of my name. You understand me? And this is Put It on the Wall. Ball lady, y'all were running a little late tonight. My apologies. Don't fire me. Just fire me.
I was just about to text you. Don't worry.
Yeah, you know, you already done deducted some of our pay since the you know what I'm talking about, like all the other stuff and everything. But you making sure everybody else get all their money except for these to get them. I got them. But let's kick it off. We got any church notes for anybody today?
Just our normal Wednesday night. We here every night, every Wednesday, 7:45 live. Don't miss an episode.
Okay.
Go like, follow, and share our page on every platform.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We are constantly doing giveaways.
Right.
And we have a new addition to Put It on the Wall. And Saturday was their debut. Window Watchers, Mr. and Munchie. And they came through and did not come to play. I think the kids say they ate and didn't leave no crumbs.
Hey, that's what the kids say. Well,
I think that's what they say.
The kids are absolutely correct about that. There, you understand me? I was just about to say that I received, and like we always say, man, thank you to everyone that's supporting the whole Put It on the Wall movement, that support us every week in, week out, and everything that we do it for y'all. Remember, man, that's why we always trying to give back to show our appreciation. Also, with the Window Watchers, I received countless phone calls, text messages, you name it. I mean, like, people were sitting there telling me, like, hey, boy, y'all better watch out. Like, Window Watchers finna take over. That's the new thing. And I'm like,
they didn't come to play at all.
I'm like, how we gotta watch out? Like, we are all one. We're one band, one style. You know what I'm talking about?
One band, one style.
Yeah, I got that from Keto Bird too. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot from that guy. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I guess if that's all the business, I guess we can get into our topic. What you say, boss lady? Go ahead. Put it up on the wall. All right.
Put it on.
If you new here, we appreciate you being here. If you old here, y'all already know what the time for. You know what I'm talking about? The topic going up here. This is a long topic.
It's just the first word that's long.
Generational curse. And whatchamacallit? You know what? Oh, hold on. I messed up, y'all. I put the E before. Y'all know we raw and uncut. You know what I'm talking about? My bad, y'all. I ain't trying to do it like that, y'all.
No, put the S before the E.
Oh, I had to write the first time. I was thinking about curses. Like, with you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, shit. Y'all excuse my penmanship. It's not the best. Yeah. Okay, y'all read that.
You did a great job.
Okay. And on this side, I'm gonna put, is the person you dealing with a curse?
Uh-oh.
A gift.
Okay.
The gift and the curse. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that in black. Now, for those who
I
don't
like
know,
it.
and for those who do, if you cash up us $1, we will give the person you're talking about a shout out. You don't got to say your name. We'll just give them a shout out. So if they are a gift, then we will put them up here on the gift side. If that person you're dealing with or you know of is a curse, we will put their name on the curse side. Y'all understand me? Know what I'm talking about? You feel me? But generational curse, hold on. 9. Hold on. Let me pull my desk a little closer. Oh, whoa, my bad. My bad, Instagram. For y'all who on Instagram watching me, I dropped the other camera. That's on Instagram. Follow to put it on the wall page on IG. I normally have the camera a little closer. You know what I'm talking about? For y'all who on Facebook looking, I know y'all looking like, man, what is he doing? You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, I'm setting up the Instagram on camera. You know what I'm saying? As we raw and direct, look, y'all can see it. Oh, BEZZY, we on the ground. You know what I'm talking about? We on the gram too. You feel me? But okay, generational curse. So I did my homework this week. I think it done been like about 2 weeks since I done did some little homework. Maybe one. I don't think I did.
I think you just skipped 1 week.
I skipped 1 week with homework. Yeah. Okay. And with that though, I did my homework and it says generational curse. Generational curse it comes from Judaism. It says it comes from Judaism. And it says generational curse is a habit or behavior that has been passed down from one generation to the next generation. So again, generational curse came from the Judaism belief, and it says that it is a habit or a behavior that has been passed down from the elder generation, I guess, to the younger generation, and then the next generation and the next generation. Mm-hmm. You understand me? How it is passed down. So I went further along to try to look up and see how is it passed down. And it says it is passed down through the actions of the parents or like grandparents or aunties and uncles and everybody. And it is also passed down through their actions or stories that is told. You know what I'm saying? To the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So like for an example, with stories. So let's say, and since we are blood, you know what I'm saying, and we're related, let's say we were sitting at Grandma Sissy's house and we heard like everybody talking about, ooh, like remember back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when this family came and sized up us, like all us jumped in and had a big fight, So let's just say we 7 or 8 years old and we sitting there like, you know what I'm saying, like you, Rashandi Akumi, kind of like, ooh, me, dude, and Mister, we like, ooh, KW, you know what I'm saying, Jarvis, everybody, you know what I'm talking about, Ray, I don't know why. Then we get older, you know what I'm saying, and we in Harborview, and let's just say somebody steal your cell phone, you know what I'm saying, and let's say we know somebody run in and be like, it is time. And we shoot out there.
Hypothetically speaking,
you know what I'm saying? And we run out there and we blum, 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 blum. We beat them up. And then all us, we got kids now. We sit around and tell our kids, you know, at a cookout or something and be like, yeah, like, remember that time? Now we're acting like our parents telling them a story that, you get what I'm saying? Now it's getting, the story is getting passed down through generations and the actions are occurring as the same. You know what I'm saying? Then,
Mr. Jackson, I'll start this week.
Then I also looked up how to break a generational curse.
And what did you come up with? Because I got some things too.
Okay, and what I came up with was basically, well, I won't say basically. What I came up with was, it was saying, execute a plan. Look at the situation that you're in. Look at the situation that you're in and something that's occurring, something that you're knowledgeable of that you learned about. You know what I'm saying? And if that situation is occurring, look at how it was handled by the previous generations and what can you do differently. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so it wouldn't be the same way. Would you like to chime in on what you saw, or you want the flow?
Yeah, I want to say a few things. So with generational curses, like you explained, you know, we sitting at grandma's house and our parents telling us a story of what happened when they were younger, and you know, we get excited, and it may or may not have happened to us, and then you know, but I'm gonna take it a step further, because with generational curses, it's not just about that. It can be a number of things, like you said, living the same life as our parents, whether you know, that's fighting all the time, poverty, and I'm gonna take it a little bit deeper. Like my mom, I know I'm not gonna say that, because family life, I don't want to offend anyone. Well, I can say this.
Yet, Mike Johnson. We just started.
I can say this. So my mom is huge on communication. Like she talks to me about, even growing up, the uncomfortable things about sex and boys liking you, like super uncomfortable things that, you know, parents and children, we think shouldn't talk about, but really we should. And she was like, I did this because my parents didn't do it to me. So when I started liking your father, like I didn't know what those feelings were. So that can be a form of a generational curse. So she kind of broke that. So with my daughter and my son, I'm asking all type of questions. So things like that. Teaching your kids life skills, such as how to manage their money and how to have good credit, because you know our parents didn't teach them about that. So you know, now that we know better, we have to do better. So we have to teach that to our children. So like financial literacy, it, you know, even criminal activity, you know what I'm saying? So also I have a few ways that I read that you can break generational curses. I mean, first, for our Christians and believers, we're gonna always turn to God. Like that's number one.
Correct.
Also, be aware, self-aware of destructive patterns. So if I saw mama struggling and mama maxing out her credit cards, and you know what I'm saying, just to go get her hair and nails done, and the lights getting turned off, like why would I put myself through that? You know what I'm saying? So become self-aware. Then next, educate yourself about your family history. Take a look at what mama did. Take a look at what grandma did and great grandmama, and look at that and say, okay, do I want that type of life? Or am I going to do something different? Also, take accountability for your own actions. And a lot of time as a human race, we have a problem taking accountability. It's okay to be wrong. We are not perfect. We don't have all the answers. We can say, all right, let me look in the mirror. Let me see what I could have done better. Another thing, don't be afraid to ask for help. If we don't have all the answers. So, you know, there may come a time I don't have the answer. So, Vic, can you help me out with this? And I'm confused. I don't understand.
Right.
Also, ensure that it stops with you. When you recognize all these patterns and you recognize this could be a generational curse, let it stop with you. Don't pass that on to your children. Let's continue to elevate ourselves. And when we elevate ourselves, let's elevate our children as well. And then accept the responsibility. It's our responsibility to break that curse. Once you recognize this is a curse, and I saw Mr. Jackson put in there, it's a mindset. When you figure that out, like, okay, it's up to me to stop this right here, then do that. You know, put forth those efforts to stop it. So that's my little take on the generational curses. And
go ahead. I'm sorry, you know.
That's just my little take on it, you know, right now. And I'm waiting.
That was healthy. That was healthy with everything you were saying, especially like digging into your family past. You know what I'm talking about? Like to know like what your family got going on, you feel me? And just to try to, you know what I'm saying, differ it and change it. Like we as people, we gotta study and learn our history, you know what I'm saying, especially us, the African Americans, because
most definitely,
you know what I'm saying, a lot of things we kind of don't know, you know what I'm saying, like the saying going, like you say, if you knew better, you'll do better, you know what I'm saying, and that's our purpose here, trying to make sure that we do know better and we learn better. I saw something on Walking by Faith, and it says generational curse comes through the bloodline, and it says, in order to stop a generational curse, you must off the blood. Now, When I say that you must off the blood, the first thing we elevate the thinking, but the first thing a lot of us will sit there and think about it, damn, I gotta kill my people.
So
No.
What you mean?
Right. I saw how you look. I ain't even gonna lie. Once I read it, I was like, what? I thought that too. But I'm like, let's think outside the box. Let's elevate the thinking.
Correct.
So off the blood. It didn't say kill. It didn't say destroy. It just said off the blood. If you cut something off, that's just like saying, okay, let's say we wasn't blood and we got mad about something and me and you both like, oh, I ain't messing with them no more. I ain't messing with them no more. And me and you ain't talked for like 2 years. So for those 2 years, this blood that we share is off. Get what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, like kill this individual or your people. It's just saying you got to. So that's even with if you got to stay away. So for an example, and I see we got a lot of people chiming in on Insta, and I know y'all might be looking like, who he talking to or what he got going on? But if you got a Facebook page, look, y'all, we on the book too. I'm trying to make sure the camera see I am talking to my boss. Y'all excuse me. I'm trying to make sure I line this up right. See my boss lady, she down here somewhere. If y'all can see. Y'all see what I'm talking about? So I'm talking to her. I'm talking to y'all too, but I'm talking to her. You understand me? With that, and I hope y'all on Insta, y'all can hear her, you know, as she's speaking. But with that, like I say, you know, off the blood. So with that, you know, you can cut it out. So for an example, I'm gonna use this. So let's take somebody who is a crackhead, right? And they done been on crack, right? Then now they want to shake that monkey. They want to get off crack. Somebody want to join from Insta.
It's me.
Oh, it's you. It's you. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So the people on Insta can see who I'm talking to. Is it going through? I hit approve. Them on it. So, and y'all bear with us. Y'all know we raw and uncut. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I'm fixing that.
Yeah. Oh, there she go, y'all. Yeah. Damn, that just made me extra loud. So, with that, let's just say we take a crackhead, right? I'm gonna sit this bike here so it won't be echoing and all. Oh Lord, y'all can't see me right there. What my stage crew? Oh Jesus. Turn down so then and you off that, let's take that crackhead and say that crackhead wants to stop using crack. Well, he got to off that situation. Of course, he can't kill the crack because the crack is here. He can't kill every drug dealer because they there. Crump, we just starting, baby, generational curses. So you can't kill all that. So what do? You got to separate yourself from that. You know what I'm saying? So with that, crackhead, you can't go around your crackhead friends 24/7. Crackhead, you can't keep going to the crack house 24/7. Crackhead, you can't stop smoking crack today and think you're going to sell crack tomorrow. It ain't going to work because guess what? You're going to want to get a hit of that hit. That monkey's still on your bike. So you got to separate yourself from it some type of way. So now let's use family, for instance. With family, if you know this family member is doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, you want to change your ways of how you're doing it and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Then with that, you got to separate yourself from that family member or members. You know what I'm saying? To break that habit. If not, you still gonna have that same habit going on. You understand me? Like it's gonna be the same thing that you're trying to prevent. So with that, since we done got definitions, y'all know what time it is. If anybody want to chime on, send your thing, we'll add you and we can discuss it. Boss Lady Monae, is there any situations you would like to talk about that was a generational curse? I have some myself, you know what I'm saying, that I want to step on, you know what I'm talking about. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't necessarily say that this was a curse, so to speak. And I'm sure my mother doesn't mind me using her as an example. But she she got pregnant with me in high school, and she didn't want that for me. So as she, grew in God and began to develop a relationship with God, she prayed and was like, I don't want this for my child. And, she didn't want me to have be a teen mom, nor did she want me to have a baby before marriage. And I'm, not innocent by no means, nor do I claim to be. But it was just by the grace of God. I'm going to just say that, I didn't have children until after I was married. And I truly believe that was because of my mama breaking what she thought could have been a generational curse. She was like, all right, the buck stops here. So that's just one that I can think of. Now I can think of some other examples, but I'm not going to.
Let that slide.
I'm going to just leave some of that alone.
Okay, well, with mine, I remember hearing my father say, as far as like high school, a lot of the people on my daddy's side, like, they never like graduated high school. You feel me? So like with him, he was saying he wanted to be one of the first ones to graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? With that, taking that, I was like, dang, like, so this is something kind of big for us. You know what I'm saying? Just to graduate high school. You feel me? And me, myself, I almost fell into, you know what I'm saying, that same brim of not graduating. You know what I'm saying? Because of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, on my father's side, like, trouble follows us hard. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, it's almost like everybody, like, some type of way, you're getting incarcerated. You're getting incarcerated. So now it's like, who gonna break that cycle of not getting incarcerated? You know what I'm saying? Like, when? And it's almost like no matter what an individual try to do to not get incarcerated, some type of way they find themselves incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like how we were saying, like, what do? You know what I'm saying, to stay away from that and not make that occurrence happens. You know what I'm saying? Even with that, speaking of like having a child in high school, like I did, you know what I'm saying? Like, I, with being managed, as my mama loved to say, hey, boy, your big managed behind, you know what I'm saying? Being managed and ended up, like having to be able, before I even got my diploma, and was struggling trying to get a diploma. You know what I'm talking about? Because I had a house arrest band on my ankle and had to go stay way out in Marietta, going to school on the north side. You feel me? Now, I do have a question. Generational curses, are they a good? Are they always something bad, or could it be something good?
Well, when you say curse, you automatically think of bad. However, do I believe in your family, can you pass down good stuff? Absolutely. It's just, I think somebody put in the comments earlier, we just love to speak on the bad, but let's talk about the good, that can happen in the family. You know what I'm saying? You have a family of doctors and lawyers, and you know what I'm saying? So generational curses, yes, when you hear curse, you think of bad, but there are times and situations, but there are good characteristics that come from your lineage as well. It's not just all bad, in my opinion.
I'm gonna touch on that, boss lady, if I can sidebar real quick on Facebook. Yes. I'm looking at the Instagram. My sister, Miss Sonia Griffin, she said, see, Nard, if I would have stayed my black behind at Reebok, know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have been in trouble. Miss Griffin, I remember in that, was that the 7th grade or the 8th grade? That was the 8th grade. We took the saying that Martin Lawrence off his TV show had, and we turned it into a song, and it was run, brother, run. Run, brother, run. You know what I'm saying? She's on here live if I'm capping. Y'all feel me? I remember at the Reigns and Reebok game, man, we was out there singing that song. And I'm talking about people was looking at us like, what in the hell is they singing? You know what I'm saying? Because, and Sonya has a beautiful voice, and she was putting a little extra incentives in it. Run to your house, run to the car, run to the, you know, and I mean, it was off the chain. But, Miss Griffin, I'm not going to say you are wrong. You might be correct. You know what I'm saying? But this brother of yours had to run, sister, run. I had to run. You know what I'm saying? But with me running, I got to go to Terry Parker for 2 weeks with my big sister came on there and my little brother Kenny PEBBO. And then I got to leave after that dang, making on over the reins. And I ended up, Munchie ended up starting a game called the Jump Out Boys. And I was a part of the Jump Out Boys.
Can we not mention that?
I live one beautiful life doing that now. But back on topic, when I was looking up something, it said that the good that's in a generational curse would be called a spiritual inheritance. So I guess they're indicating that, as you said, boss lady, the word curse, we off top thinks of something bad. You know what I'm saying? So I guess because of that word curse, it does mean that the generational curse is bad.
Right.
And if it's good, then that's a spiritual inheritance. That is what the definitions saying.
Right.
This don't make me right. But I believe differently. As Boss Lady was saying, and I saw people in the comments saying on both platforms, that I don't think generational curses are all bad. You know what I'm saying? I might have, let's just say, my daddy has, my mom has a gift of, you know what I'm saying? A gift of what's the word I'm looking for? You can see things before it happened, almost like a psychic. You know what I'm talking about?
And now that you asking, I can't think of it. Just keep talking. It's gonna come to
Right,
me.
but so let's say discernment, right? Like the spirit of discernment or something. And let's say it gets passed down to me, and then it gets passed down to my kids, and we're not using it in the wrong way. We're using it in the correct way. So if we're using it in the correct way, this is a generational curse. Premonition, discernment, all that good stuff. Like, this is a generational curse that we're having. That we use it in a good way. So if I see that tomorrow, if Munchie ride down 45th and Moncrief, the police is gonna foresight. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Yes, that he might get pulled over because it's a speed trap, and I can see this clear as day. And I'm telling him, bro, listen, I know you got this and that there. Don't ride down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna end up trying to like, I'm warning you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and using it for good. You know what I'm saying? So how could that be? You know, and I think a lot of times now I ain't come up with these words or the definition of these words. None of us did. You know what I'm saying? But it's just elevated thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why the negative always have to come? Even like the scripture says, and something that I learned from my mama / auntie. You know what I'm saying? Lisa. I used to hear her say all the time, like when it says like death and life is in the power of the tongue. And I used to hear mama / auntie Lisa say, like, people so easily speak negative, death first. Why you don't never say life and death is in the power? Just like a couple weeks ago, I was talking about somebody on here, and I was like, that's my boy. I love him to death. And then I say, no, I stand corrected. We're trying to elevate the thinking. I love him to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? But I think the negativity and the death just comes so easily to speak, even when you're speaking like us parents, when you're getting mad at your kids and you be like, you ain't nothing, you act just like your old no good daddy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, my you must be no good neither, because if you knew daddy was no good, what you laid down and open your legs for and conceived the child, and then you're finna speak death because of the generations of negativity onto your child life. Just like men, we got to elevate our thinking. You know, a lot of times you get mad at your old lady wife, baby mom, you want to cuss them out right there in front of, you know, your child or whatever, whatnot. So, bitch this, or hold that, or you want to hit them, and you're doing this repeatedly, and you're doing it in front of the child. The example that you're setting in front of the child is, okay, if it's a boy, then all right, when I get grown and I get an old lady, I'm supposed to beat her and call her this. If it's a girl, she loves mama and papa to death. Mama and papa stay together and she's watching. So she's on some, okay, when I get grown and I get married or we get somebody, he's supposed to beat my head in. Exactly. But the first thing that we want to do, even like when we're speaking stuff, like we'll sit there and be like, okay, so you call this person this, women, you'll call this man old P-A-N, you know, a pan, P-A-N, and men, we want to call a woman this, here, that, there. But then if somebody call your daughter or son or family member, brother or sister or mama or daddy, the same thing, now you want to be hot and you want to go, oh, I'm going to go fight them. What make you better than that next person or this same individual that you called that? You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got children and sisters and brothers. Like, I got sisters. I got 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? I try to be mindful of what I say to individuals. Thank you, Brother Simon. Brother Simon, would you like to come on and chime on? Very knowledgeable man.
And I want to, when you just spoke on that topic about, I don't know why this came up in my head, but like the domestic violence in the home, what you teaching your son, okay, it's okay to beat women, and you teaching your daughter, okay, when I get me a boyfriend and he slapped me, it's okay because I love him. You know, and that may not have been how you was raised in your home. You may not have ever seen your mom and daddy, but guess what? You're right then and there, you're creating a generational curse. So we have to be mindful not to, for one, accept the negative curses that are already in our lineage, but don't create none either. Like, don't teach your children these bad habits and these bad things, because that's going to be stuck with them if they don't, you know, take the necessary steps to stop it. And then they're going to pass it down to their children. So, you know, we have to definitely, like you said, be mindful of our actions, whether, you know, we dealing with some generational curses or not. Let's stop our generational curses, and let's not create future ones for our children and their children.
Mr. Simon says give him 5 minutes. Okay. And he will be joining on. And once he does, the Put It On The Wall panel has a big announcement, and what better way to do it but to do it when my brother Mr. Simon joins on. So I was going to give him a shout out, then I was supposed to call them Saturday night, but Boss Lady Monae ended up getting on our case after window watchers, and I forgot to call you, my brother, and then they done been working me, you know, like a Hebrew slave. So I'm glad you're logged on tonight because we can make this announcement on here. You know what I'm talking about?
Put, I think everything is a choice. And I can agree with that. Okay, you know, in a sense, like you may have, we just gonna use domestic violence because that's just the last topic. You may have seen, you know, your daddy beat your mama. But at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. It is a choice whether I'm going to beat my girlfriend now or let this man beat on me because of what I saw. So, yes, in a sense, it is a choice, but it still is that curse because, you know, you saw it and you felt like it was okay.
Correct. Mr. Jackson, I see that you logged on with us. Once again, like I said, we're live on IG right now. We live on Facebook, the main source where we be at. So IG, you do see me and Boss Lady right here, but we got Mr. Jackson on Facebook right now. He's finna, you know what I'm saying, give us some knowledge of what he thinks about a generational curse. That right there, what you're doing is a generational curse.
It's a choice, right here, my brother.
Smoking that in front of your children, you're showing them to smoke marijuana.
This a choice. Guess what? This a choice. And my daughter, 19, she hated my brother. So she wouldn't pick up a black.
Not to. Very good.
It's a choice, bro. But put it this way, I don't really look at it as a curse. I look at it as a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking about certain things, that's a mindset.
Right.
And then and then at the same time, if you talking about other things like habits and ways, that's a choice, bro. Because you ain't got to choose that just because that's how everybody else is. You ain't got.
You don't have
to
to choose it, and I agree with you in a sense, but it's also like out of habit. You know, if I seen mama, you know, constantly cussing daddy out, and that's just how she is, you know, and so that's just who I am. I'm a cuss my man out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it is a choice that I decide to make, but I seen it in my house, and it's just so normal. Like, that's not what you do.
I'm gonna tell you this, Mr. Jackson. And Mr. Jackson, for those who don't know, is a very knowledgeable young man. With that, once we're talking about starting off with the kids, so let's say this, right? Let's say you have a baby, right? Your child never attends school. So you want to homeschool your child. You want to homeschool your child.
Okay.
So that is your choice to homeschool your child, right? When you walk outside in the daytime and look up, what color is the sky?
Shit is blue.
Okay. So let's say you teach your child that this color is purple. This child will grow up thinking the sky is purple.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a choice. That's what the child saw and was taught from the older generation.
Right. But guess what, though? She don't think that.
Now it'll be that child's choice to either accept that this color is purple or this color is blue. Because everybody else saying that it's blue, but mama and daddy told me it's purple.
Yeah, bro, but get what? At some point, that child is gonna challenge that. Because you know what I'm saying, bro? Because once somebody else says blue, and she gonna be like, hey mom, somebody told me that color blue, not purple. It's purple. Because I said it's purple.
Right.
Well, you know what that child gonna do?
Right.
You're gonna look
start to break the generational curse of what the parent has planted into the child's head, what the child has seen.
See, listen, bro. Okay, for example, a family that's full of alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple, you know what I'm saying, people that family, everybody alcoholic, except for about 3-4 people. That's a what?
A generational curse.
That's right. That was a curse, and they decided to break that curse.
It's a choice at some point. Like, bro, I got friends that won't touch no alcohol, bro. They dead scared of it, bro. They terrified of it, bro. They terrified of it like a bad dream, boy, because they know, boy, if I drink this shit and I like it. Right. They know. You know what I'm saying?
I think that makes a very strong individual.
What about the generational gifts, though?
Would you say what, Mr. Jackson? I ain't hear you. I was trying to.
What about the generational gifts?
The generational gifts, that would be the good side, right? The spiritual inheritance.
Spiritual inheritance. Mm-hmm.
That strength and that ambition, that determination, that positivity. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like that.
Is that a choice? Or is that something that just can't be broken?
Right, like
purple, right?
This don't make me right, but I think it all can be broken. I think it all can be broken. For one, like I said,
there we go.
I didn't witness because I wasn't born yet. I was still swimming around my daddy's testicles. But my daddy graduated high school, and like his brothers before him and everyone else before him, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't. So therefore, his choice, like you're saying, was to break this generational curse of not graduating high school, and he did that. You know what I'm talking about?
I was just proving my point to say,
right.
I don't think nothing is a curse.
Generational curse.
Because at some point, you're going to make that choice.
Correct.
Say that's like right. Some generational curses. Oh, go ahead.
Miss Walker commented. She said it can be a curse, but it is a choice. Like, so we're agreeing. Like, it can be a curse. Like you said, you know, a family full of alcoholics, but it's about 3 of them who won't touch it. So they made the choice, like, I'm not going to fall subject to the curse of that my family has. I'm going to make my choice as to stay away from that. So I agree. It definitely is a choice. Like, it can be a curse if you allow it to be. But if you choose, like you said, Mr. Jackson, to, no, I'm not going, that's not going to be my life, then absolutely.
Miss Sonia Griffin says, that's right. Some generational curses will bless you with the insight of how to change the narrative as humans. Some generational habits,
and that's
we
what I
didn't
was
like
getting at,
how
bro.
they
Like,
made us. How they made us feel. Every time I slide it up, it get right in front of Kiki big old eyes. Hopefully, it make us feel. Hopefully, it'll bless us with insights to do different. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I was
real.
getting at, though, bro. It's kind of like it's kind of like a small blueprint. It's not no curse. It's like a blueprint. Like this what to not do. This what to do.
Correct.
Like, nigga, I tried this shit. Uncle tried it.
Unmute your mic. Roy, you muted your mic. Okay, it's on mute now.
Yes.
Nah, this shit like a blueprint, because it's like, bro, you looking at this didn't work, this didn't work, this didn't work. You know what I'm saying, bro? So why would you go and do it?
Okay, check this out. Angela says, it's a generational curse when it's passed down. We do have the choice to say yes or no. However, when you're customized to seeing some things, it does make it easy to follow that path.
It does. And if you are a weak-minded individual, or you don't have your own mindset, like you said, like, then you will fall subject to whatever that curse is. So it's up to the individual, like you said, to make the choice. All right, do I want to drink with the rest of my family every day, all day? Right. Or do I want to be my own person? And no, maybe I have a glass of wine here or there, or maybe I don't want it ever at all. So absolutely.
That's almost like, okay, for the men that's still in the streets. I'm not knocking. You know what I'm saying? But stack your paper and get right and legalize that paper and get your ass out the street.
That shit is stepping stone. That shit ain't forever, man. It's
that shit is not forever. You know what I'm saying? But that's like, okay, if you got a son, right? And your son sees daddy trap rolling good. Daddy got paper. Whatever I want, whatever mama want, whatever we ask for, daddy got it. He can do it. He might have didn't see the days of when you was, you know what I'm saying, 6 rocks in a box serving nicks and dimes. He just see when you done got the connect and you the plug, flood and everything. You feel me? Now, if he coming up, you know, God forbid, but let's say you get locked up, okay? That child comes home. That child by 15 years old now. The lights off. The water off. Ain't nothing to eat. Yeah, that child want to do the right thing. That child working at Winn-Dixie, getting paid every week. They took minimum wage up, but let's just say he getting paid $8. You know what I'm talking about? Like, shit.
Even with the still not enough.
Right. Gas done went up. Mama working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Guess what that child might do right then? But he see a couple of his partners, they out here, they swerving and swerving. They coming to lunch, buying a Fruitopia chicken, you feel me? Cookies. Shit, guess what? He gonna end up like, hey man, gonna put me on, bro. Like, throw me that down. You feel me? Yeah, now that is a choice that he made, but like Angela just said, that path of what was the example that was set in front of him or her is like, damn, this is what I got to do in order to provide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's just a mental thing, bro. Because at the same time, the same nigga who was trapping and rolling, he should have told his son about the other side, and he should have prepared his son for the other side. So it's really messed up because he got to find out about the other side of the game, then go through it.
Right. Yeah. So how many people give you that other side of the curse? You know what I'm saying? So, and Miss Pierce, she put being a black, not going with the generational curse makes you a black sheep of the family. And, you know, sometimes it does. And in that case, you have to be okay with being a black sheep. You know?
Definitely. Right now, coming aboard is none other than my big brother, Mr. Ricky Simon. You know what I'm talking about? First, Mr. Simon, on the behalf of Put It on the Wall, we would like to say Thank you for coming on and chiming in tonight. Also, what we discussed last week, as I said, I was going to run it past Boss Lady, run it past the panel. Everyone was in agreement of it. The junior SP, Mr. Simon, is doing a lot of major big things here in the city of Jacksonville, Florida. He does these beautiful awards at the end of the year for everybody. And we gonna get a put it on the wall award to give out to somebody, you know what I'm talking about? And like we gonna be there like live and direct. We gonna wear our best, come dressed up. But Mr. Simon, the floor is yours, man. Boss Lady Monae, hold on first. I'm sorry, Mr. Simon, because just like I'm be about to get fired from he'll put it on the wall with Boss Lady Monae. Mr. Ricky Simon is my other boss with the River City Sports Show, and I'll be about to get fired on there too. So if y'all want a host that's gonna give you the most and be about to get fired, BEZZY is your pick. But Boss Lady Monae, is there anything you want to say to my big brother, Mr. Ricky Simon?
We appreciate the opportunity, and we most definitely are looking forward to it, and we are excited. We appreciate you considering us, and we accept it with open arms.
It's my absolute pleasure. I love what y'all doing. I love the message that you guys are putting out, and I think honestly, the only way we can gonna move forward if we connect, join our arms and move forward together. And in this, if even on the podcast, whenever you want to come by, just come. It's not I don't charge people. I like to promote and help our people out because I sit on the side where I see others promoting themselves, and they promote themselves very well. They deals like nobody business. We don't make deals like other folks make deals, and that's a generational curse because we're so used to being crabs in a bucket that if we can try to pull one another and just to be on the level of that stagnated person. And just if I can, just to chime in on you guys' topic, great topic. Think about this. When you was young and your parent tell you pick up the phone because we didn't have call ID. Tell them I'm ill. The moment a parent tell a child to lie, and then that child lie again, but then they get a whooping for the lie. What are we teaching? Sometimes we teach indirectly, so it's not generational curse. It's what we're teaching the kids. I see people do a whole lot of things, and they tell their kids what not to do. It's almost impossible not to tell your kids what not to do.
Right.
When you're the one doing it. I can tell you based on experience from, seeing a mother who's constantly going through a battle and witnessing some things without even in detail. And it was troubling as a child to see a lot of those things. But just because I saw it didn't mean I wanted to actually go the other route because I saw the pain in it. Same way as selling drugs. I saw the drugs early. I would tell people all the time, I stayed in the crack house where you come and smoke the rocks. Everybody had this whole, oh man, my daddy sold this, and my daddy got this, and my brother got that. Well, when they sold it, I was the one that came to the house and sold it. and the sad part about it, I saw the other side of that world, which led me not to want any parts of that world. So we got so many kids that's dealing with the same thing each and every day. Now think about all of these addicts. And when I say addicts, think about all these parents and all these supposed to be mentors that's around these kids each and every day, showing them everything but the right thing. But then they say you better do this. Oh, I don't want this way. Hell, you ain't nothing right. I mean, and it's leaving the teacher to deal with the problem. And my cliche, as I always say, even when I'm telling an instructor, the apple don't fall far from the tree. If you ever want to see what is out there, where you go have a consult with the parent, and you will see everything from that child in that parent. And it's sad to say that's about 80% true. You know, that's just my 2 cents on that. But you guys are more than welcome. As he all knows, he is definitely a part of my. He's a co-host. He's a co-anchor. He's everything with River City, and I always chime in to see what you guys talking about. Very proud, very happy that you're doing it. I'm praying in Christ's name that somebody pick you guys up and run with it, because this is positive information that people need to hear. And even if you don't ever think that you're not reaching somebody, God has always got a listener. They may not always say something, say anything, but someone's always listening to the advice and the nuggets that you're dropping each week. So please continue to do that. I thank God for the opportunity. I'm not going to start preaching, but I just thank God for the opportunity to be on here with you guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate you chiming on, my brother. Definitely, for real, for real.
Hey, it's certainly my pleasure. And I mean, whenever you guys start accepting sponsorships, I'm gonna be the first one to sponsor. So let me know. And even if it's some material, clothing, it don't matter. I just want to make sure that I'm assisting. I hate, I wish I wouldn't have said this live, but I wish I would have just told you not, because I don't like doing that. So we'll get together and we'll see what you need. And we'll go, okay. And then what God allows me to do financially, I'll do that. But that be between us.
And we will. I'll let you speak with Boss Lady Monae, because we got to record tomorrow. So I'll let you speak with our operation manager, Miss Angel Walker, and Boss Lady Monae, the head lady, and y'all can go from there, because that ain't my department. My department is just to get out here and be a fool. You understand me?
I love it. I love it. And just before I leave, say this: if anybody is looking for the right type of blessing, this is also a part of teaching. Don't do it on social media. Learn how to bless somebody without opening up your mouth. The pure blessing in return. The moment you turn on the camera, the moment you make a post, that's the only glory that you're gonna get. So I pray that everybody put out their heart.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
No, Mr. Simon, I appreciate that. Mr. Jackson, no, we did not bang. Don't follow behind PEBBO's foolishness. We did not bang that is window watcher's thing. Mr. Jackson, I was letting you go because I had got something in red where somebody was trying to join, and I was trying to add them because I wanted to see, what they was gonna chime in and say. On top of that, you also was blowing the smoke right inside of Mr. Simon's face. Like once you did, and it was just like, whoa, the man finna drop knowledge on her. You know what I'm talking about? Right? But one thing about Mr. Jackson, man, Mr. Jackson, he is one of the ones who done been with us since day one, and that is one of the people that will be helping me with all the digital stuff like that. My first round pick, but I was trying to see who that other person was in red that wanted to come on. I'm gonna see if our sister Miss Leslie want to come on. She's very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? Ricky definitely is not.
She said she couldn't join. I don't know if she's able to right now. Leslie. She said earlier she couldn't, but I don't know if she's able to join now. You can try and.
Okay, yeah, I just sent it down. Yes, Mr. Simon. Always respect Mr. Simon. Mr. Simon is one of the ones who done helped me elevate my thinking. That's why I'm trying to give it to y'all, because he called me his little brother. You know what I'm saying? But he knows sometimes I act foolish. You know what I'm saying? But he always telling me like, hey, bro, tighten up, bro. Tighten up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I love when I get the come by and try to help him whenever a situation occurred, and he called me and he'd be like, bro, and I'm like, yeah, I get to be him right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, tighten up, bro. Tighten up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's our thing. And one thing about Mr. Simon, man, he's going to have your back to the fullest. Another thing I wanted to touch on with generational curses is, like, when we're talking about the generations, you know, something that we all want to do. We want to set a good life and path. I'm laughing at my brother, Mr. Simon. We want to set a good life and path for our kids, our grandkids, leaving a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Generational. The word generation. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Your bloodline, as we discussed earlier. A legacy. The thing with generational curses are, one thing that I feel like is a generational curse is being stuck in your ways with people. So, for instance, okay, I know some of y'all might do it, some of y'all might don't. Some people might wash their dishes and you put a little dab of bleach in it. Know what I'm saying? Some people might not. You feel me? I appreciate you, Brother Simon. But it's okay with coming out of your realm and trying things and listening and seeing if it works. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I used for an example, we was talking about something, we was discussing something, and I was talking about peanut butter. And like the household that I came up in, you know, once you open up the peanut butter and you break the seal, you know what I'm saying? That's how you break the curse. Exactly. This is a way of breaking the curse. We have always put our peanut butter in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? I know some people don't. You know, once they open it and they break the seal, yeah, they, you know, put it in their pantry or whatever, whatnot. Me, I put mine in the refrigerator. It don't make me right. It don't make me wrong. It don't make you right. It don't make you wrong where you place your peanut butter.
Absolutely.
That's where you want it at. You know what I'm saying? So I broke that generational curse at one point. I'm like, I'm gonna start putting it in the cabinet. So I put it in the cabinet, and then as I was getting down to the bottom of the peanut butter, I started seeing it wet, and it was like water in there, and I'm like, no, I don't want no peanut butter that wet and watery. You know what I'm talking about? I want it, you know, my peanut butter thick. You feel me? And once I eat it, it's gonna stick to me. You feel me? So I started by putting it in the refrigerator. Because in my mind, you put water in there and it freezes up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and it turned into ice. So if I put my peanut butter in here, now I don't want it to be ice. That's why I ain't put it in the freezer. I put it in the refrigerator. I just ain't want that water on there. You feel me? Which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, some people like water. That never happened to you.
Me either. I was waiting on him to finish, LaShawnda, because that never happened to me. I never put my peanut butter in in the refrigerator. I keep it in the pantry, and it's never watery. But to piggyback off of what you said, just because mama and grandma, just because mama,
hold on, I'm gonna tell you this. Then that means y'all house might be you might have what you have your house be cold on.
You know, I like it cold.
Yeah, I see that why it ain't free. Your house like a refrigerator.
You know, I like
it cold. Ain't free.
But to piggyback off of what you said, just because mama did it this way and grandma did it that way, and you know somebody else do it a different way, that doesn't make your way right and their way wrong. You know, we're different people, so we can do things differently. And the same with generational curses. Like, just because mama make her macaroni and cheese with Kraft and whole milk don't mean I have to follow that same recipe. You know, I'm using that as an example. But just because you do it one way and I do it another way doesn't make it right or wrong.
Now let me ask you this: would you consider this a generational curse? See, now we finna get touchy. Some of y'all gonna be mad, but we elevating the thing. So if your mama got 3, 4, 5 baby daddy, and your grandma got 3, 4, 5 baby daddy, none of them could keep a man.
Something going on.
None of them. Now
Something
you look at you, that ended. And you got 3, 4, 5 baby daddy, and you can't keep a man. Would that be a generational curse? Fellas, we can touch on the fellas. Let's say your Papa was a rolling stone.
Wherever he laid
his hat was his home. So let's say your granddaddy slinging wood all through the neighborhood. You feel me? Then your daddy slinging wood all through the neighborhood. You feel me? Now you slinging wood all through the neighborhood. How you shell wood always up to no good. Inglewood, knowing them talking about. And you got 3, 4, 5 baby mamas, but none of y'all, you ain't got down on bended knee like boy to me and propose to nobody. Know what I'm saying? Like, would that be a generational curse? Now, what is your considerations of that, boss lady? Would you consider those to be generational curses?
Absolutely. I absolutely do. I'm not even gonna really touch on that too much, honestly. What I am gonna say is my grandma had one baby daddy, my mama had one baby daddy, and all I have is one baby daddy.
and look, just a sidebar. Your mother had one baby daddy and had two blessings. You have one baby daddy and have 2 blessings. Know what I'm saying? Like, so you feel
that's the good side, the spiritual inheritance. Is that what the word we use?
Right. You feel me? So that was kind of like a good generational curse.
Correct. But I do believe that is, like you said, I'm gonna use this and I'm speaking about family, so this might be touchy, but I mean the truth is the truth. So so my father, God rest his soul, he grew up without his father in his life. And when he impregnated my mother and they got together and he had me and my brother, he always said he would not be an absent father like his dad. He recognized, I don't know honestly what my great grandfather, like how he was with his children. I just know that my grandfather was not there for me.
I'm joking. I don't know.
But my father was determined, like I'm not going to, I'm not, that won't be me. That won't be my story. I don't think he knew at the time or thought like this is a generational curse that I'm going to break or, but he was there until the day he took his last breath. Like he was there. So like those things, it's real. It's real and they can be stopped. So correct, Ms. Walker.
Right, he broke the curse, exactly. At this point, because we was Instagram, for the Instagram watchers, we do apologize. We got to start going live on Insta more. Of course, Insta only lets us stay live for an hour, unlike Facebook. If you do your study, then you'll see it's something in the mechanism that Facebook had that lets you just go live, whatever. Insta, once you repeatedly go live on Insta, it'll let you break that hour curse that they give you, what I'm talking about. So for the Instagram watchers who might have switched over to the book, we do apologize. We will be going live more on Insta so we can break that curse. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. But even with that, like, and I'm gonna apologize to your great granddaddy because I don't know your great granddaddy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't speak on how.
Look, hold on. The Insta page is back up. Instagram, for y'all who see this, like you say, we will be going live repeatedly on here so we can break the curse of being live for only 1 hour. But we apologize for it ending early. I mean, we're not ending at our hour mark. But like I said, we will be going live repeatedly on Insta so we can break that curse and be live longer than an hour on IG. You know what I'm talking about? We might even go live on TikTok and Insta. No, not that. We Saturday, because Saturday we got them watcher boys. You know what I'm saying? Weekend with Mr. and Munchie. Another generational curse. Generational curse. Another question I want to ask about. Do you or anybody that's in the comments believe it's a generational curse like we just touched on? As far as like the using, like how we was talking about earlier, the using of drugs, even like gambling. I was talking to one of my close friends, and he loves to gamble. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, his mama liked to gamble, his granddaddy liked to gamble, and he says he was grown once. Well, we grown now, but he was saying once he got grown, he overheard his grandmama saying something. He was over there cleaning up or doing something and helping him out with something, and he, as he went to move something, he saw something and heard his grandmama saying something like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't do. But once he did it, he looked and he saw numbers, and he was like, wait a minute, god damn, like, so that means back in the day, and grandma and grandpa was running numbers. And for those who don't know about number running, that's gambling. That's the lotto. You feel me? That was the poor man way of playing the lottery. So he went to look at it like, well, damn, like, all my aunties and uncles gamble, all my cousins, all us gambling. We always at the fish table. Like, that's a generational curse that was almost embedded into their family, into their house, because they grands was the, you know what I'm saying, the number runners. Like, so with that, you know what I'm saying, once that habit is broken, would that curse be broken? But, well, first and foremost, like, question one, do y'all believe that that is a generational curse?
Absolutely.
Crump, would you like to chime on? I see you say generational curses are real. We almost getting to our time limit. Let me see if you want to chime on and talk about generational curses, Crump. What can you speak on the behalf of a generational curses? Miss Pierce says, yes, it's real. Crump, my boy Clinton Crump. That's my dog right there.
Go ahead, Norman.
I'll tell y'all a quick story about Crump real quick.
Here
I
you
was
go.
talking this past football season. I was talking cold cash smack to Clinton Crump. Crump, I'm gonna do this to you when we play. I'm gonna do that to you. We went out there and Crump beat my natural black. Hey, I'm elevating the thinking black behind. You know what I'm talking about? He threw a party on this pool night. Go ahead, Crump. How the floor is yours, baby.
Hey, we had fun, homie.
Yes, sir.
But no, I was just saying, man, generational curses are real. I mean, like she had said, her mama, her grandma, all of them had one husband and one baby daddy, whatever it was.
Right.
And like I said, hey, I had an absent father. My daddy had an absent father. His daddy had an absent. So I made it up in my mind,
Great.
like you said, it's choice. I made up my mind a long time ago. Hey, when I had kids, I ain't gonna be the absent father. Shit, right, I got 4 boys in a way, all of them here.
Wap say your son will burn you, Crump, but that's neither here nor there.
Tell Wap he had his damn mind.
But would that be the spiritual inherence that you bless your children with speed?
Yes, but thing is, last time we raced, I won. I ain't racing no more.
Mr. Crump, if I can ask you this. As you said, you wanted to break that curse of the absent father, especially being a black man here, you know what I'm saying, and having sons, you know what I'm saying. So with breaking that curse and being present in your boy's life, and like I said last night, we gonna give men their cigars. We ain't giving no man no flowers. We giving a man their cigars. So Crump, I'm
when
giving
can I
you
come and get mine?
Huh?
When I come and get it?
You come get it whenever, my brother. Or your bottle. Or your bottle. Because I owe you that bottle. You feel me?
Hey, now that's something I got to break. That's for real.
Oh, the drinking habit.
My mama had told me that for real. I'm serious. She had told me, she said, hey, you know what? Your daddy used to drink like that and your granddaddy. I'm like, oh, shit.
I said, yeah.
So that's a curse that you still have, because that was going to be my last thing as we wrapping up. What curses do we still have that you think that we are showing to our children? But before we touch on that, I wanted to say, as I was saying, with you being a present father, me knowing this, seeing this, and all, what do you think you had to do? What was it? Just the mindset, as Mr. Jackson was saying to us, that equaled the determination for you to break that curse?
It was the mindset, but at the same time too, you gotta know who you having kids with too, because it don't matter, man. You can have kids with a motherfucker you don't like. I ain't gonna stay with a motherfucker I don't like. I don't give a damn. Damn, I still don't have to be I still don't have to be an absent father.
Right. That's real, man. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not that ain't the hell with that. I ain't gonna stay somewhere and be unhappy.
Right. For yourself, for your mental self. Miss James has a question I would like for us to touch on. She says, who gets to decide on what becomes a generational curse from the start?
I don't know who decides, but it's like you just have to really look into your background, research your background.
Correct.
I mean,
correct.
Your grandma, your great grandma, your mama, your daddy, your granddad, whoever.
Right. And that's was going to be my answer to Miss James. If it's something that's occurring repeatedly in your family,
negatively,
you know what I'm saying?
Something
and then,
negative action or characteristic. Absolutely. So I don't think there's a certain list saying, okay, drinking, drugs, being broke, gambling. I don't think there's a specific list, but anything that's negative and isn't elevating you in your family, like that is what I would consider a curse, a generational curse.
Exactly. A negative result, like Phil Jackson said. That's real.
Hold on. Before I let you go, Crump, because I want to ask you this about what we still doing, but I wanted to see what Miss James was saying. Reason I say this is because if I see my mama 3 different baby daddies or whatever, do I continue it, or I make up in my mind like she struggled to do and I want to continue it? Okay, and when I'm saying this, like I said, I don't know a lot of y'all people, so I don't want nobody to take this personally. Like I'm speaking directly on anyone's family or people, because I don't. Like I said,
His
I
dog
don't
go
know.
hard.
Right. If you see mom has it going on, you know what I'm saying, with that, everybody know how they came up, how they was brought up, or what they went through, what you experienced. And if this is what you saw from grandmama's end, from mama end, now you're kind of finding yourself falling into this at some point. It's got to be the self-evaluation, the choice, as Mr. Jackson said earlier, the mindset. Like, hold on, God dang it, man. Let me go get on, you know what I'm saying, some birth control. Let me go get this here clip. Let me make sure, if we're dealing in the realm of baby fathers and, you know, with that there, let me make sure, I don't care how greased up I get, he got on the rubber. You know what I'm saying? Like something, because even being a human and having emotions, you can't fall in love easily with somebody and be like, this is the right one, and then my baby come and then it's not be, and then you feel like somebody else and this is the right one, and then it don't be, and you know what I'm saying? So that can happen, but at some point we got to stand ourselves straight, you know what I'm saying, and look in the mirror and be like, all right, goddamn, what, you know what I'm saying, what I need to do to change this, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Crump, before I let you go, bro, as I was saying, the thing I wanted to touch on as we wrapped up, and I want to touch on with everybody, is it, and I think you kind of touched on it, and that was with the drinking. You know what I'm saying? Is there any generational curses that you know about that you are still doing, that you're presenting in front of your children? And like you say, you know, you heard your mom say, you know what I'm saying, boy, your daddy used to drink like that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? Like, so do you drink in front of yours? Your four boys?
Oh, yeah, I drink in front of them. I do drink in front of them.
Right,
but I don't. Now, one thing I can say, I don't get wasted in front of my kids.
So you ain't doing like Noah. I think that was Noah in the Bible. They got real drunk and then children had to cover him up. He was butt booty naked.
Drink, but don't get drunk.
And drink to be jolly.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Crump, we finna elevate the thing and we gonna let you go. Stop drinking in front of your sons. Stop it.
I still beat that nigga running.
All right, bro. Appreciate you checking in. We love you. And trust me, we got it coming up too, my brother.
No doubt.
I'm talking about. Definitely. And even with that, with me, I want to thank the good Lord. My kids, I smoke tobacco a lot of tobacco. My parents didn't smoke tobacco. You know what I'm talking about? So this ain't no generational curse of what I'm doing. This was a choice and a mindset of something that I tried out, and I was like, ooh, this feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I do smoke my tobacco in front of my kids. Now, I'm sitting here saying we got to elevate the thinking, but what am I showing them? From my oldest who's in college to my second oldest who's in high school, genre bald. They have sat there and told me, Daddy, stop smoking. Daddy, stop smoking. Daddy, please, will you stop smoking? Yeah, y'all see me every Wednesday night. Come on in, you know. Smoking. I think that would be a way of starting a generational curse of what I'm doing. So I'm sitting here telling everybody we got to elevate our thinking, but yet I'm on live doing something that could start a generational curse. And I'm telling my brother Crumpner to stop drinking in front of his children. So with that, on live, take my light. Now, I ain't going to sit here and say I ain't going to smoke no more in my life because, you know, it come with time. But y'all pray for me. You feel me? But I ain't finna be smoking no more on live to the best of my ability. Y'all feel me? And
for that?
Huh?
You need me to hold you accountable for that?
Huh?
You heard me.
Breaking up real bad like you.
Oh, you heard you. You heard me.
Huh?
You heard me. Don't worry about it. I'll call you after this.
But as we say, I cannot be trying to set an example for people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm contradicting myself. That just don't go hand in hand. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I can try to take the first initiative. You feel me? And do something. You know what I'm saying? Even like my brother, Mr. Ricky Simon says, if we just touch one person, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want to start no generational curse. No, but it's still, you know, because you yourself reflected and made the choice, not created the generational curse. You know what I'm saying, my bro? That's real. That's real. That's real. So, and what I'm saying is, I don't want to start that and then treat that. Well, we almost at 9:15. It's 9:08. Is it anyone else want to chime in about generational curses? Because if not, then Ms. Monae.
Yes.
Let me see what I'm twerking with. Do we want to give a winner something tonight?
I mean, we most certainly can.
Okay, who would you say?
PEBBO, you got anybody for us?
Sonia? PEBBO is actually in the building right here.
Oh,
PEBBO
okay.
says, yeah, PEBBO right here. PEBBO right here. I don't know if I should be doing this or not. PEBBO right here, baby. Big PEBBO, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Sonia Griffin. That's what PEBBO pointed out. Could you tell us, Sonia, if you haven't, make sure you like and follow, put it on the wall on Facebook. If you on IG, on IG. If you on TikTok, Crump, I got your bottle, baby, whenever.
Miss Griffin, put your cash app in the comments, please.
Yeah, and also tell us your cash app, please.
And go
Yeah,
subscribe
oh
to our
my God,
YouTube
you
page.
want run, brother, run. Yeah, you won. Run, brother, run. You know what I'm saying? Go like us and follow us on YouTube, on TikTok if you got one, on Instagram if you got one, on Facebook if you got one, which is we know you do because you own the book. The boss. Okay.
You doing it or you want me to do it?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got a little something right here. Hold on, let me find her name. Hold on. All the comment going on. Let me pin it real quick so it can be there. Y'all know we raw and uncut.
Most definitely.
Is dot. Is it is dot the boss? Or you were doing that for the dollar sign?
No, it's the $ S dot the boss.
Y'all know I'm a little slower than everybody else, man. I'm almost 40.
I'm a little closer to 40 than you are.
Yeah, you will. Okay, Sonia, and it's Sonia G, right? That's the name on there. Look like I see you right there. You know what I'm saying? And nope. God dang it, put it on the wall. Put it on the wall. And please let me know that you got it. Please let me know that you got it. It's turning. Okay. Yep, because my little amount done went down. You feel me? So I know it had to do something. You feel me? Is that yes, sir, saying that you got it? Well, dang, you come in at that and like, you feel me? I just want to make sure that it went through before I hit us with the next week.
Next week.
So we canceling what we was talking about, me, you, and PEBBO, because if so, then next week we gonna end up.
What?
Okay, there it is. She got that. You feel me? Remember me, you, and PEBBO, we had a conversation on the bike end, and you were like, well, I don't think so, because such. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about a lot. I have no clue. Tell people to text me.
The no person, because they, I'm trying to go to a text real quick, but Jesus Christ. I can say, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in and being here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to text fast as fuck. My bad, I ain't mean to say that. Oh, we gonna do that one?
Just announce the topic right now, and then we'll discuss the other part later. Yeah, we not gonna do that.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then next week, guess what, y'all? We're going to get gutter, and we're going to talk about sex. When should you have it? When are you doing it? Why are you doing it? What is the purpose of you doing it? You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's what we gonna go into. You know what I'm saying? Next week, we gonna be gutter for y'all. You feel me? This Saturday, 6:30, window watches. Weekends with Mr. and Munchie.
Yeah.
Boys off the chain with it. Y'all understand me? In the meantime, we got our little anthem playing and jump. Oh, go ahead, Paulette. I see you got something you want to say.
No, that's it. Make sure y'all there Wednesday night. Wednesday night, 7:45, every Wednesday night. Put it on the wall. Let's elevate our people.
Wednesday night,
Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Do not miss Mr. and Munchie. If y'all want to laugh until y'all stomachs hurt.
How you do that?
How the TikTok go? How it go?
Yeah, like that. That's how the TikTok. Like
that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We trying to get it together for y'all, man. We love y'all tapping in and joining in, man. We love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Each and every week, man. Pray for us as we pray for y'all, man. We can only elevate and get better. You know what I'm talking about? Like, And make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. You know what I'm talking about? We do this for y'all every time. You know what I'm saying? We out.